Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Emmy the Cat Lady, and you join me back in DC. We are outside the Capitol building, so today we're going to talk about Seward Square, which is accessible from Anacostia Crossing, which is the metro station that's right outside Rivet City, so you can get there towards the southeast. Or you can actually get to it through the Capitol building, which also has a door in the mall area, so you can go through the building and then you can come outside and end up here. So there's quite a few interesting things in this location. Going into the Capitol building from this side actually gives you a quicker way to get access to the presidential metro, which is obviously part of Broken Steel, so you would need that if you wanted to go ahead and do that. But there's quite a few fun things to look at in this location. So we're going to start with, there's another metro station here. So it's north one. Oh, hopefully doing a flyby, not a drive-by, a flyby. There's an office building, which is this one here. This is where we're going to start. That leads up to that sky bridge there, which has some interesting things, and you can see there's a Talon Company merc. Riley's Rangers compound is here, the Preacher Man, and there's also a Talon Company camp, which appears after the main game is completed. There's also a cup of joe over there, which is nice because who doesn't love coffee? It's the one thing that would always keep me happy in life is just a cup of coffee. But this is the Office of Urban Planning. It's mostly collapsed, as you can see, but there is a couple of interesting little bits and pieces in here. So we've got some skeletons. The enclave again. And we've got basically a bunch of desks and things, but there is a terminal to look at in here, which is somewhere, might be on the next level up. Yep, this is the one, I think. Yes, so this terminal belongs to Emily Weiss, or Wise, I'm not sure. I would pronounce that Weiss, but not entirely sure. But yeah, basically, this terminal belongs to her, so submitting the timesheet. So time since last report, 72,982 days. Hours worked since last report is 0. Our records indicate that you currently have an inadequate ratio of time worked to time passed. Your current workload balance minus your last reported paid time off indicates that you will be required to work an additional 417,040 extra hours in order to equalise your ratio. Please schedule a meeting with your immediate supervisor and submit Form HR 2847A with a written plan to make up for the lost time. Thank you and have a productive day. So that's great. So I did some math, so you guys don't have to. So 417,040 hours adds up to 17,376.667 days, which is 47 years and 8 months of overtime on top of her normal working hours. One assumes that certainly seems to be the case. And listen, I know employment law varies in different parts of the world, and in the Fallout universe pre-war, it was pretty wacky, but unless you can do a job posthumously, I don't think this is happening. Besides, the tax record system is down for maintenance anyway. So, yeah. Office of Human Resources. Personal information gives an error. And then, yeah, technical support. So no issues, so everything's fine. So any problem or complaint you're currently experiencing is simply a misperception on the part of the user. That's quite funny. Yeah, so basically, yeah, if you're having issues, it's on you. It's nothing to do with us. integrated human resources management system documentation for more information on this message. Thank you. So yeah, and then we can get a bit about the system. Software management developed through contracts with Computectron of the Skex Corporation. So yeah, that's a lot of overtime. Would not recommend. But yeah, so we can head over here, and this takes us back outside onto the sky bridge. Now we do have this person, this Talon Company. Right. Great sideburns though. So yeah, he carries a finger because the Talon Company are bad guys according to the karma system of the game. So got your usual kind of loot that you find at like the Talon Company camps and things like that. You know, we've got first aid boxes, ammo boxes, but we do also have a holotape for artillery. Where so at the beginning, just over in front of the Capitol building, you possibly saw that there was some super mutant and Talon Company bodies. So here we go. Take position on Skybridge near Seward Square and protect the squad's right flank. Bring plenty of ammo because you're going to be there for a while. A small team has been dispatched to secure the Capitol building's south wing. We suspect minor resistance in that sector, but if the need arises, we've locked in some artillery coordinates. Call in the strikes by using the switch we've provided. So we get to play with the artillery again, and look who's just wandered in. So, yeah, just like we did before, we can sit here and press buttons to blow up super mutants and the Talon Company. Except they seem to be standing in the wrong place. So, I might have to do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. So, yeah, just like before, the Talon Company are providing us with some fun artillery to play with. So, that's great. So next up, we need to talk about the Preacher Man, and some of you might have heard of this guy yourselves. I'm going to just check on the map that we're in the right kind of location. Yeah, so it's kind of on the way to where the Ranger compound is. Oh, hello. Nope. It's just dead end where some super mutants were hiding. Never mind. Must be over here somewhere.
Trees! So many trees!
There we
To
go.
the north! But be careful, the trees are deadly, and the trees too will be consumed in the belly of the great fat worm!
Yeah, so there's some guy ranting and raving over a radio or PR system, PA system.
It burns! Why does it burn? Why have we put the sun into a jar? What did we do with that jar? We broke it all over our little world.
Yeah, so there should be somebody.
Sun! It burns! Why does it burn? Why have we put the sun into a jar? What did we do with that jar? We broke it all over our little world.
Yeah, we did. So as this guy is basically going on about
Hungry, so.
the nukes.
No, I'm not hungry. The worm is hungry. Hungry for me, for you, and for fire.
Sounds a little bit nuts, you know. Sometimes happens. I think this is where he is located.
You don't know, you
He knows everything. Nobody else knows anything. So this is the preacher man. And he's ranting and raving about the apocalypse, the sun in a jar, the evil worm that he wants to explode, and trees to the north, which is probably a reference to Oasis. If you get too close to him, he will blow you up.
Try new BLAMMO'd! Soap, blast stains out, blast the whole world out. We've all been BLAMMO'd!
You can see there's a bunch of mines and stuff there. That didn't go too well for him either, to be fair. Yeah, so he's basically stands there ranting and raving, and he has nuke mines and normal mines. So if you get too close, even if you manage to sneak in and disarm the mines, he will still make you explode. And there's also somebody else here who wants him to shut up and can't leave because he's kind of, I think this is like a dead end or something, or he's kind of trapped there. That's the guy. So you would get a chance to kill him. I went through it the wrong way. But if you come from this angle, you probably would get a chance to snipe him off without him blowing you up. But yeah, he's quite entertaining to listen to. And apparently he can finish his sentence even after death if you're playing on PC or PlayStation 3, which is pretty impressive, to be fair. And you can also potentially score a decent number of mines from this location, but we can talk to this guy.
It's so quiet.
Yeah. So he's happy now that there's some peace and quiet around the place. I'm not going to go to Riley's Rangers, but that's their compound there. You can see the... You know, they've kind of marked the place as this is where their compound is. So if you heal Riley when she's in Underworld and all that kind of stuff, then you can go there. And they'll pay you for unlocking map locations, which is quite nice. But that's a topic for another day. So now we're going to go back to the Capitol building. There was a... camp just outside it, near where the Sky Bridge was, where we had the artillery. So we want to go there because we want to find a Talon Company camp. There is also quite a number of super mutants around here, so be prepared for that. I have the Tesla cannon, so I'm pretty much unstoppable at this point. I also have God mode on, which helps. I think I just set off a chain reaction. Never mind. Here we go. Here's some Talon Company guys and some dead Talon Company guys. Got the Capitol building. A hubcap. Where? What? Okay. It's raining car parts. Okay. That was weird. Just gonna take these two guys out. If they're alive, they'll stop me from fast travelling, and we don't really want that. Ah, it's over there. That's it. Couldn't see it for looking at it. Something the vet nurses I used to work with would call that a vet look. It's where you look for things and you never find them, but then they find them right away. But yeah, so there's Talon Company camp. This only appears after you've completed the main game if you have broken steel, because you can only do post-game stuff if you've got broken steel. So there's a bunch of the usual loot. This guy's obviously got a missile launcher, and he's got a flamer.
I guess it was nothing.
Yep, it was nothing. You can't see me, I'm not here. So basically, they're here and they want to try and kick the mutants out of this place and take it for themselves. But there's a very interesting little holotape here.
It's been confirmed. The purifier has been activated. We've been ordered to fortify our current position and wait for orders. With a lull in the fighting, we set up and fortified our position outside the Capitol building near Seward Square. Things have been relatively quiet around here lately. That'll all change when word spreads of the purifier.
I guess it was nothing.
Anyone and everyone will do whatever they can to get their hands on some of that water. For life or profit, it makes no difference. Same old killing, just a different ingredient.
Yeah, so they're aware the purifier exists, and obviously the Brotherhood are distributing the water to all the settlements and things, and Talon Company are like, look, somebody's going to eventually come in to cash in on this and take over, and might as well be us. So they want to get control of DC, and then it seems likely that they would then be planning to take control of the purifier at the Jefferson Memorial and take over from there. So yeah, very interesting one. So now we are going to head inside the Capitol building. This place is quite big. I mean, you can see it's big, but there's quite a lot of stuff going on in the interior as well. So this is the east entrance, which is where we're going to start. So the Capitol building obviously is quite a big and important one. It's where the legislative branch of the US government is based on Capitol Hill. It overlooks the mall, and currently it's occupied by super mutants, with the Talon Company contesting their presence here. And I'm just going to contest all of their presence here. So we're starting at the east entrance. So, in fact, I missed something. I knew there was something I had to do outside. There's a Pulaski preservation shelter somewhere. Just knocking barrels over. Okay. Ah, there it is. Yeah, we've got this little bit here. There's some tables and chairs. But in here, got a briefcase, suitcase with a bunch of money, and a lying congressional style. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Lying congressional style. So there's one of them right there. Seems quite fitting. And now we'll head back inside. Because we've got more skill books and other collectibles. So there's the main kind of collectibles that are more common than the bobbleheads is your skill books, your pre-war books, and your Nuka-Cola Quantums. So we can find quite a number of those things here. There is also maybe quite a lot of super mutants. Okay, so it's a row of 4 desks.
Ah, it was nothing.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, so there's this row of desks where they've got kind of fallen over, like leaning filing cabinets. Then this one, the filing cabinet's totally fallen over. So Tales of a Junktown Jerky Vendor there, and a pre-war book there. And then to the east of here in the break room, there is a quantum. There it is, hiding behind the coffee machine. So, yeah, quite a nice little room actually. Those chairs look quite comfy, and probably shouldn't be drinking whiskey at work when you're, you know, the government, but here we are. This looks more like maybe another break room or conference room. Right. Okay, so we're going to head towards the west side, where the west entrance and the rotunda. Which is not here. It's just a...
Yes, please.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Ears are just playing tricks on you. There we go, west entrance. Okay. So, yep, this is the west entrance, and that takes you out to the mall. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly turn combat back on. Because when you come in here, there's a scripted battle between Talon Company and mutants. Which we can get involved in. Now you might be hearing some big thumpy footsteps there. Robo brains.
I hope we can still be friends. I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too. Yeah, it's a bit chaotic, but we are looking for the rotunda, and I got too distracted shooting super mutants and robo brains. Right. This is it. So yeah, into the rotunda. One of the Talon Company does have a fat man. Oh, they must have killed it. They did, yeah, they must have actually taken it out. So yeah, in here there is a super mutant behemoth, so one of the 5 that you can find in this game. And one of the Talon Company guys in here does have a fat man on him as well. So once you've cleared out the riffraff, there is a couple of skill books in here. So there's, in the southeast part of the dome, there is a... to US Army handy flamethrower recipes. Somewhere probably around here. Yeah, there's Batman as well. There it is. There's a book. So yeah, US Army 30 handy flamethrower recipes. And also a bunch of ammo boxes and missiles and whatnot. And then there's also a hard locked door somewhere. I can find it. No. Let's see, where have I not looked yet? It's just a terminal for the turrets. Oh, hello. it is. Okay. I'll put this away now. So yeah, we've got a storeroom here, and we've got a Nikola Tesla and you, and some first aid supplies and other random bits and pieces. So that's another skill book. It took me so long to find that room that my notes have gone dark. Hang on. Right, so next place we want to go to, the next area is the Hall of Columns. So move the marker there and that'll hopefully help me navigate my way there. So yeah, just going through the rotunda. It's a pretty cool building, like the, you know, the design and things. Obviously, you know, quite iconic in terms of, you know, it being a big part of the government buildings alongside the White House and all the rest of it. So, yep, here we are in the Hall of Columns. There's going to be more. There's some dead Talon Company and some like super mutants and stuff. Yeah, it was nothing. I love this thing so much. It's great. But yeah, Hall of Columns. So we've got all these big statues that are starting to crumble, unfortunately. And some cool chandeliers. So
I guess it was nothing.
yeah, it was nothing. We do want to get up onto that little bridge for the next skill book. It's up here and it's facing south. There we go. So we've got DC Journal of Internal Medicine. It's balancing on the banister here. During, you know, if you're playing normally, there's a big battle going on, so it does tend to get knocked over, so you might find it on the floor underneath the bridge. You know, just the chaos of battle, it happens. And then we've got another hard locked door on the western side. Somewhere. Which hides yet another skill book. There's a lot of them in this location. And plus you do, you know, there's ammo boxes and things. Obviously these guys have been set up for quite the battle with each other. Here we go. This one was easier to find. Just hope I'm not going to run out of bobby pins because I've only got two. I got it. That was close call, guys, but we got it. So, yep, and here we've got a Chinese Army Spec Ops Training Manual, which is an interesting thing to find here in the Capitol building. Hey, there's another bobby pin in there. Perfect. You know, but it's there. So that is yet another useful little skill book. Oh, we've got some big green guys in here. Right. Yeah, so there's lots of like ammo, and obviously all the super mutants and Talon Company guys have their stuff on them as well, their armor and whatnot. But yeah, very interesting. And then if we move, I think we're just going straight ahead from here, past all the, you know, columns. It's the Hall of Columns. Shouldn't be shocked by the fact that there's columns in it. Clear out more of the mutants. Go away. Yeah. So it's quite a grand building, and then I think if we head through here and down the stairs, it's going to take us to the conference hall. There's half a skeleton. Lovely. I think that's where we're going. Do some more pest control. There's quite a decent amount of loot in this place, as well as all the kind of skill books and stuff, so you never know what you're going to find. Okay, we just ended up back where we started, so that's fine. Another skeleton. More stairs. There we go, conference hall. So presumably this is where a lot of the big important discussions and things happen. I don't know, I will be honest, my knowledge of how these things work is limited. That's dead end. It's like a little kind of waiting room, break room. There we go. Yeah, so this is obviously the big important place. A little bit trashed now, but still pretty well designed. And again, you know, people have been locked in with the mutants to fight a prolonged battle, so there's ammo boxes literally everywhere. But the fun thing is, we come up here, there's some bottle caps and a toy car in the lectern, but there's also another lying congressional style, and the picture on the front of the book is the Capitol building, the big dome. So, you know, feels fitting when this is obviously where all the big important things happened and lots of big important discussions and debates. There's still super mutants in here. So yeah, that is Seward Square and the Capitol building. So very interesting location, and again, if you're collecting all the skill books, if you're collecting pre-war books and quantums, then it's a good place to come to. If you want to get the achievement for killing all 5 of the behemoths, I know that was definitely an achievement on the PlayStation 3, but I don't think there's Steam achievements for this game, if I remember rightly. But yeah, it's, you know, it's kind of a point of pride to take down all the behemoths, although somebody got there before me in this one. But yeah, this is another location where you can find one of them. And, you know, it's quite fun to just kind of explore one of these big, you know, well-known buildings. It's one that's obviously well recognised as the White House is and Washington Monument and all these kinds of things. So yeah, very, very interesting. Little location and lots of fun and wacky nonsense that's tucked away in a corner, just waiting for you to find it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Wanted to say a big welcome to all the new subscribers. It's been quite a jump in the last couple of weeks, which is really exciting. And also just a little bit of a shout out. I found out yesterday, so you guys maybe know Camo Works is certainly one of the first kind of Fallout YouTubers I ever started watching, and I know that he lost his channel and had to kind of start again, but unfortunately I found out that he has passed away, which is really, really sad. So, you know, just kind of keeping him in my thoughts, because I really enjoyed his videos, the Fallout and Elder Scrolls content and stuff, and I'm sure many of you guys that watch the same kind of stuff, interested in the same kind of stuff, probably know him as well. So rest in peace. And he did make an awful lot of really, really good videos. So yeah, it's a tragic loss to the Fallout community, I think. But on that note, I will catch you guys next time. Bye.